Hey guys and girls, my name is Snowy and welcome to part 20 of Polaris here in City Skylines 2. Yes, previous episode was a short one, but we did, some useful stuff over here. We got ourselves some ore mining going on. Ore mining and even a coal mine here in between. You don't see it, but it is there. And also here, here we put also some, forestries. I'm looking, I look a little bit weird to this because the trees seem to be a little bit thinner. I was like, huh, what? But anyway, I noticed also that within, the economy tab, that the amount of forestry stuff was not enough. So off camera I placed more buildings, more areas, as you can see over here, here, and there. So that's quite a lot actually. You can see these buildings. So here we have the building. It has like, let me spot, it has like profitability 100%. So okay, here we have another building. Has also 100% profitability. If I can get my tongue straight, this one the same thing. And then let's turn around. And then here we have a building. Also, let me see. Profit. 100%. And this one's also 100%. Okay. So I got a few questions asked. From my last episode. They say like, oh, it was a little bit short. And well, one of my viewers who watches my stuff most regularly was kind of interesting to see how the city actually is doing. So that is something that I am going to show first. Now, first of all, what we're going to do, we dive into the economy. Now, you see this red bar is pretty high. That of course has to do with the taxation. I keep the taxation very low to draw in more people. Now, normal wise, if you play this game bit by bit, then you can easily have like, I don't know, 9 or 10% of taxes and still your city would grow under normal circumstances. Now what I will do is, we have a look at this demand bar over here and we set all the taxes to 9 or 10%. So let's just see what that will bring us then. So let's say 10%. Everything to 10%. And I don't know if they like it or not, but we will see. This is, let's see, the industry is divided because I have here minerals a little bit lower. Well, even set those also to 10%. And I think we have everything then set. Okay, that is 20%. Now we click budget again. And here we see that we have now a positive monthly balance. So that's a good thing. In production tab, we can see that everything is now in the green. The wood, the grains, the livestock, the fish we don't have yet, the veggies, the cotton, the oil, the metal ore, the coal and the stone. We have even a real abundance now suddenly of coal, which is weird because in the beginning I had like way less, But anyway, we can always export the stuff. Now, what the viewer was asking was probably about this stuff because I wrote things down and he was kind of interested about the material goods. So we click this button and we see here. Look what we have. We have of everything actually quite a lot. There is no deficit of any of all these goods that are being made in those industries. Now maybe this one we could get some more petrochemicals. Now for that we would require more crude oil and more grains. So we need also more industries that make basically petrochemicals near crude oil and grain. But still we have we still have a surplus of 64 tons, so it's not really needed. So this is actually doing pretty well. No complaints about that. So let's get out of here and we view now this thing. So what is the problem? What do people like and what not? So actually the small homes options, I have been seeing that earlier. Tried to tackle that with the UK larger buildings. Did not help the problem. And they complained a little bit about high water fees and poor garbage service. Yes, I noticed it a little bit in the center of the town here. A few buildings over here who show... No, that's waiting for a hearse. But also garbage piling up. Now, this building is a big building. And it has like a lot of households. So they create a lot of trash. And of course... every 2 minutes somebody dies because, you know, they fall off the balcony. Tonk, 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 tonk. So, yeah. Just before I started recording this episode, I put here a recycling center, at least to work with that. And let me see. And for the... in this area, they required more hearses. So for this Japanese area... waiting for a hearse. Only one building. I put a hearse here. Crematorium. I think this is a good spot. I don't think they are noisy hearses in general. Just a little bit. So the wind is coming from... let me check. It's going that way. Okay, so we put some offices in front of it. That might do the trick. Okay. Furthermore, I also got the new download pack. If I click on this, we see that it has been added here. It's the Netherlands pack. So we click this. We have all kind of new buildings now to our disposal, which are Dutch orientated buildings. You know, you can click them here, NL, and there are also all kinds of service buildings and whatnot that are also Dutch orientated. Now, at the moment, I don't want to do that because I think that, you know, deserves a separate episode on itself, but I have seen some previews about it and it looks darn good actually. This pack is really good, especially the crematorium actually of the Netherlands packs seems to be very good. What I forgot to mention, by the way, is, you know, these houses over here, the UK terraced houses. Are these terraced houses? Not terraced house, detached housing. Off camera I did some you know, some gardening around it, some you know, some bushes and whatnot, just to make things a little bit nicer. Even here as well, you know, do a little bit of detailing. People are standing here in shops. I did some decor stuff, and some of these things, you know, I forget to just mention, and then yeah, it goes with the flow. So the question is, what are we going to do now? Well, there are tons of things we can do. Also, the question was asked like, hey, did you build another train line? No, actually I forgot it because I thought that I could not connect this one to the outside world. So I made it here and then bent it out here and brought it out, not here over the water, but brought it out alongside the coast here and then here outside of the map like that. Okay, and then also the viewer made a comment about a forestry that was directly on a main road. Now I have to look for that, what he meant with that. The forestry on a main road. Now this is just a regular road. This is... oh, this is a possibility. This is something he could have mentioned. He could have... it's a possibility, because this is a main road over here, this one. And let me have a quick look at this, by the way. What do I see here? I see... why are there suddenly traffic lights here? I hate traffic lights, so let me remove those. So, no traffic lights and also no crossings either. I leave that one, and then with this lane connector tool, yeah, that's all still fine, you know. There's not a humps of traffic over here, so that's fine as well. Somehow I also look... this looks a little bit weird, off. I cannot put my finger to it, but... let me see. Yeah, maybe... let me do a little bit move it mod stuff, maybe... Let me select this thing then. Let me see. It's quite the angle, but yeah. You know what? I'm not going to touch it. It works, and that's the main thing. Right. So back to the thing with the main road issue. So we have a main road running here. There's no building attached to that. And this is not a main road. This is sort of an in-between road. And also this is like, yeah, not really a main road, although it runs to here. I connected it here to this highway. I also did this off camera, as you can see, and connected here in place to this area as well and also added a few blocks of buildings to get some residential in here, and also that works out pretty fine, as you can see. And another thing that I did, yeah, the fun does not stop. As you know, we have, you know, all these things over here. As you can see, all these farms. Now look here what I did. Already made it ready, you know, because this will go, let's see how far it stretches, but this will go further than that direction, and probably roughly that direction, and we will see how far the city will grow. And the city will grow definitely into this direction, that direction, that direction. This whole area is basically intended to be filled up with city and city alone. Okay, now I think I spent like 10 minutes talking about what I did, and let me see what I wrote down further. So we mentioned about taking care of mail service. Are people complaining about that mail? They are not really complaining about that. Reliable mail service is +3, so that seems to be okay. So mail service, I can check it out. Telecom, no, not telecom. This is the mailbox. Now let me have a look from the upper area. So these roads are actually red. So yeah, maybe there's some merit to it. So I will place a few of these things here and there. In the Japanese area. Here we go. One there. Let me see. And then one there. And even here near the schooling, you have a mailbox over there, and maybe one over there. They can make a U-turn on the roundabout. That's fine. Now this is also green. And do we have more red areas? Only here. Now then I put a mailbox over there for this company, and even this building is red, but the roads are green. That's kind of weird. But you know what? Maybe I have to put like... Can I put this here? Or does this need to be on a... Let me put it here. Just for the sake of it. Because actually, when I'm looking around here, I don't even see mailboxes. So maybe I should put a few more here and there, left and right. Let me put one there. Also put one there. There. And so this episode becomes a little bit of a maintenance episode, what I would call it. A little bit of this and a little bit of that, and yeah, sometimes that has to be like that. We have mail stuff over here. Yep, that's fine. Also there, that's fine. And there's a mailbox there, so that seems to be also fine. There's a mailbox there, but let me also put one over there, because these are big buildings. Okay, I think this is enough for now. Okay. So I don't think they're complaining about that anymore, you know. Now, so suggestion that I got was like, okay, expand the Japanese area. Well, that was the planning, and we are going to do that in a lovely time lapse. So, be right back, you guys. Okay, then I think I monkeyed around here for like half an hour to expand the Japanese area. As you can see, I expanded in multiple directions. I want to expand it also in this direction. And also, as you notice, most of the time what I'm doing here is plopping the buildings. I'm not really zoning the buildings. No, I'm just plopping the buildings, so I can just search my size that I want and then plop them basically, and then all remaining openings I fill either with paths if possible, or with trees. So let's say, for example, I'm going here. I'm also grabbing this path because this one has also lamps, so we can easily connect this up like that. And I don't know, I don't think so that we can squeeze in between here. No, but we can imagine that there's might be, maybe a pathway where we can walk under. So it's just a little bit of imagining. But then we connect this up to there, like that, and you basically cannot see that they are walking sort of underneath. Maybe not. Maybe I'm not even lying. Well, technically not, they're walking through people's garage, but I was more hinting towards this idea. But yeah, those are just very slight details. So this tree usually does pretty nice. It's not too big and not too clumsy. I don't want to put these trees, of course, everywhere. I want to, of course, also mix them with other trees, and maybe sometimes a little bit of bigger trees, and also especially, for example, the colorful decorational trees and bushes that you can, for example, put in between the buildings, like something like this. And you get like all these kind of interesting shapes and colors, which is nice. And yeah, so you can continue for a while. You have all these little corner edges. You can do multiple things with them. You can put like a decal on them. For example, let's say I go here and I go here, and let's say I want one of these concrete areas. Let's say this regular blocks. Now let's do that and try that from here. Let's see how that looks like. To there, to there, and then to and there. Probably will be too bright, but okay, we will see. Let's see how it looks like. And then doink, and then we have like an entire area, that's like paved. It's not all grass everywhere, and it's like you can put here then all kinds of decals, like chairs and even extra parking lots. Put some car props in there. I mean, the options are endless. Now I chose here to push this into the ground, and I thought that there was an option of a sound barrier for the train line, but there was not, because it came here very close to these houses over here. A regular fence called sound barrier was also not available, so I don't know about that. If I look at the situation regarding sound, I don't see that there is any sound issue actually, regarding the train line. So what I can do is just grab a regular fence. So I grab a fence and we search for that. Fence. And then let's say also a high fence, because we don't want to see the train. And let's have a look what we will take. It also has to be something that I can place. You have like fences that are like this, which is annoying. But you also have fences that are, no, not like that, not like that. They're like this. You can just immediately place them like that. So I like that more. So let's do that here also. Let's select the bend option, and we're going to just follow slightly this train track like that, because this is bent slightly off. So that last section did not 100% go well, so let me fix that. And now I cannot. Okay, let me select this option. No, then it's this one. Yeah, thank you. And then we pick at that fence again, that fence, and then we do it up to. I'm doing it again. Okay, now I do it just like this, and then bulldoze here. Nah, it's also fine. So let me have a look at this fence. So this fence is now covering that off, and maybe we can even take this fence also and do also the rest roughly here. Maybe I have to select this. And then because this goes down, I make this fence go that way to prevent people from tumbling in this hole up to here, and then basically up to the road. And what the monkey? Okay, that does not look very nice because it dips down here. I don't know, can I also do that the same thing with the move fit mod? Let me see. Okay. Well, a little bit unorthodox, but it kind of worked. Let me grab. Let me see our tree again. Our favorite tree, was it this one? Nah, this one was fine. There, and combination with a few of these. So actually, it was. Well, I don't know this one, but let us cover that the view to the train as much as possible with these trees like that, so you don't see all those trees. It's a little bit tight, but not impossible. I can use this thing and then make this 8 meters, and then make sure that I'm putting the stem of the tree exactly in there. And then what's the distance here between those things? That's good enough. Okay, let's see how this will go. This is very tight, but here this is the. Yep, it still works, it still works as long as you just fit it in there alongside that edge, and then okay, not further than that, and then right up to there. Yeah, we could put some smaller trees in there, like this one is the smaller one. We pick this one option. What? No, this is the smaller one. So there are options available. Okay, so well, I will do more of this stuff off camera because it's like a lot of repetitive work. But what else can we do? Now I should know. I don't like this. Look how this goes into the ground. We grab the move mode. We select this node. We press page up. Here we go. Nice and straight. Just the way we like it. You go there. And maybe here we do the same or not. I don't think so, because this comes straight from a roundabout. Looks all a little bit weird, but it's you know, it's doing its thing. And yeah, this road also here that goes into there to support this road. You see all these extra pedestrian crossings. We don't need those, you know, not there, so and not there and not there. You know, just cross just. Here it's not needed. Yeah. So what you want to prevent here, for example, is this is so close to the roundabout, you don't want immediately these guys to turn left. You rather have them coming from the other side somehow. So with the traffic mod, you can select lane connectors, remove this, and we say like you are not taking a left turn, you only go straight on. That's it. You know, then also the arrow disappeared here. That's probably because this segment is pretty short. Yeah, but okay, it is what it is. And they will now drive around. They make a U-turn somewhere and then they come back. Although there are not many roundabouts after this. And yeah, and oh, this road, yeah, I made it here to get also to the other side. They are already massively parking over here, and we even have like trees covering the area. So I select this thing and then just turn off this thing and make the brush size smaller, and then we can remove we should be able to remove the trees, most of them. So let's set the brush strength to 100%. We go. As anarchy turn on, so turn it off now, and that's an okay. Now okay, we put then this back to 1, and then what is this anyway? I placed these trees around here because this was like okay. Because also here there's like we have these French crematorias, and I like these crematorias to be a little bit more, you know, secluded. Sometimes also these trees disappear. I notice if you put too many on one spot, then other trees do disappear. So that's kind of a little bit of odd, but it does happen. So I still want these crematoria to be like, you know, like that. And well, last but not least, we can always make also a lovely path just from here to there for whoever wants to walk from there to there. And I don't know why these trees are going there, maybe because of the anarchy thing. So we move them away, and off the path, and that's it. And we have more trees here, so you, and you. And did we forget anything? I don't think so. It seems okay from here. We don't have any traffic. So let's see, population wise. Now somewhere we have a button with city statistics, where you can see, is that this button? Info loom, demographics. Oh my goodness. This mod I have not been using. Okay, forget about that for a moment. There is somewhere here a button that shows the city statistics, population. Now I wonder where that is. That it shows, like, you know, how much people are entering the city and how much people are leaving the city. This is not it, that's for sure. This is happiness, this is household wealth, this is workplace availability. Look at this, all pollution stuff, building level, land value, okay, natural resources, new, leisure, tourism, outside connections, telecom, post, transportation, education, administration, police, healthcare and deathcare, disaster control, roads, traffic. So where is that button with information? Can you go away? Here maybe? No, that's the button there. No, that's the wrong button. How about here then? No, that's just the options. This is the Advisor? No, I don't need that. Where is that freaking button that shows the city stats? Here? Oh, city information. Yeah, sort of. I mean, everything is in the plus, but I want to see that city policies. Demand. So this is still not what I mean with you know, the graph. I want to know where the graph is. So where is that graph? Is that adventure? Because we have so many buttons, and I cannot always remember where things are. Progression. Let me see. Is it here? Milestones, achievements, development. Man, this can be everywhere. This thing. I have no idea where this option is, where you can see the city stats. Why is this so difficult? Let me see. We have map tiles, city information. Yeah, city policies. It really is not here, huh? No, you can select this, but what I want to see is like the statistics. Or maybe here. If I click on here, no, it does not do anything. Here there are no city statistics. Signature buildings. Here. Ah. Okay. So what we want to see is now city statistics. For that we are clicking this button, and let's have a look here, because I have never been really looking into this area. So this is budget, taxes, but I want to know about population. Population, citizens, time scale, 1 month, 6 months, a year, 5 year. Okay. So over a period of 5 years we have been increasing. So there's no decrease. That's nice. Homeless? Do we have homeless people? Yeah, 1400. That's quite a lot. Population growth. Ooh. So birth rate and citizens moved in. So the blue, the dark green, which is this line over here, this upper line, that's the birth rate, and then this is like the light green is the citizens moved in. This is now declining slightly. So, but if I click on citizens, I don't see the decline here. Maybe the time scale is a little bit too much. We draw it back to 6 months. Nah. Well, it is going up, and the thing is, you're playing with unlimited money, but current trend, it still says 200,000 per hour. So if we click this again, this says actually monthly balance is plus 4.7 million. Okay, what I need to figure out now eventually is how to turn off unlimited money. I started with unlimited money, but the question is, can you also disable unlimited money? I wonder if that is possible. General. I have to figure that out. I have no idea. Usually when you start a map, you get that option. Maybe it's not even possible. If that is the case, that would be very sad. So let me save game this. Overwrite. And save game also to the Steam cloud. Now the interesting is, you can see here how much population I had. 123,000. And if I overwrite this, yeah, you click on save game again, then you see 130,000. That means like during this gameplay we gained 7,000 people. Nice. And the thing I also want to know is the traffic. Traffic. The average traffic flow, I think, is not even that bad, you know. It's just shy below 80%. I mean, there are players who are playing like at 50%, so this is definitely not bad. Probably because of you know, all these roads. I mean, this is a behemoth map in the making, and a lot of stuff has to be built, and so much more stuff to come. Also, yeah, it never stops, and yeah, this episode is now longer than the 29 minutes that was the previous episode. So this guy's still screaming. This guy's still screaming. Waiting for a hearse. Yeah. I'm kind of tempted to put like a hearse straight in front of this building. Look, there's like a helicopter there. Or maybe in between here. Or would that be too much? But maybe for the sake of it. Maybe, you know, this small French one. I mean, we just... oh man, this is like... Okay, let me move this. We can slightly move it. There come the hearses. And pause the game for a hot moment, because if they come out here, I don't want these guys, lane connector, take a left turn. So you go, move in this, take a right turn, yeah. So they have to go that way, and here also, these guys do not take a left turn, only right, like that. So they have to come back, and they have to pick up anybody who is then here. And these hearses are now... oh, they're going there. They're all driving to the back. Oh, look at that. What is this? Huh? No, those are motorcycles, but... well, these guys are stopping here to pick those bodies up. They're still complaining. Garbage also piling up. Yeah, the garbage thing is like, why only this building is because it's a big building. That makes sense, but I cannot put like a you know, any big garbage facility in the middle of this city. I placed already a recycling center over here. So what is this thing doing anyway? This thing is... there is another option. There is another option what I can do. Now this building... yeah, for example, is not complaining anymore. Oh. I wanted to say like, okay, we give this building a separate district because there's so many people in there, and then we put an entire recycling center just to it, you know, basically. But, no, actually it's okay. Yeah. Well, I think we'll leave it at that. I think it's nice, and I think we are still gaining, losing. It's going up and down. But you know, money-wise, I could say like, okay, we have a monthly balance, so we can now play around with the production and taxation. So I want to make the residences a little bit more happier, and we need slightly more industry. Yeah. Now we go to budget. 2.6 million, okay. Okay, a residential lower, office a little bit lower. We check again, budget. Now it's coming very close to each other, which is nice. And industry even a little bit lower. And is this possible? Ooh, no, it's not. Taxation, industrial 1 higher. Budget, nope. Okay, residential 1 higher again. No, still not. Then the commercial a little bit more. These guys, and now we are in the plus again. I think this is sort of the sweet spot that we have to work with. Okay, guys and girls, thank you for watching. Leave your comment in the comment section below if you like it. If you have any suggestion, tips, put them there. Also, click the thumbs up and subscribe and hit the bell icon. And especially the subscribe. You know, if you subscribe to the channel, then it would really help this channel. And I would love to do more stuff, and also maybe other games. You know, Battlefield 6 is coming, GTA 6 is also coming. Those are also games I love to play and also make videos about. But anyway, it's up to you guys, and I would say like thank you for watching, and I will see you in part 21. See you. Bye bye.